Hello. So I got a new monitor today. I had it for about 6 hours. And when I hooked it up, I noticed it had a little bit of a red tint on it. So the white background looked a little bit reddish. And also here at the bottom on this website, this gray area, it looked really pink, like pig pink, and I could barely see it either. But so yeah, I had to actually go into the on-screen display and do a custom color and change the colors a little bit. I think I set it to the red to 90%, green to 93%, and the blue to 97%. And then I got some decent colors. A lot of reviewers said that this monitor had a crappy contrast ratio, and everything, the gray stuff looked very washed out, and you had like light shining through, the light bleeding. But I noticed that they actually was running the brightness at 100% as well as the contrast 100%. And you can see I run it at 20% because this is a really bright monitor. So if I run everything at like above 20%, it will be really bright. So you are really stupid for running it at 100% and then complain about the contrast is bad. The contrast is bad on any monitor if you run the brightness on like 100%. Same thing with the contrast. Everything will look washed out. So yeah, I set it to 20% and contrast 100. And then, as I said, I changed the colors a little bit. I also turned off the backlight on the monitor. It has this blue light strip on it, so I turned it off. I couldn't do it in this software though. Couldn't find anything, so I had to do it on the on-screen display thing. And that's a little bit annoying. The settings on it is on the back side, so it's kind of annoying to do that with the sort of a joystick. So yeah, and there's another thing when I connected it. I have a NVIDIA card. It's really old. You can see it's a GTX 660. The problem with this card and this monitor is that the refresh rate, you can see that it's set it to 2560 by 1440, but it's a 165 Hertz monitor, but the maximum I get here is 120, and that's a limitation to the graphics card, not the monitor. So with the graphics card I have, I can only run it at 120 Hertz maximum. And same thing with, if you want to run it with a 165 Hertz, you need to connect the monitor with the DisplayPort cable. If you connect the HDMI instead, you will get a maximum of 144 Hertz. So HDMI 144, DisplayPort 165. But yeah, as I said before, this is a limitation of my graphics card, so it's 120. But I used to have a 60 Hertz monitor before, so yeah, it's a lot smoother when I move things around. You can't really see it because I record in 30 FPS. And that's another limitation with my computer. It can't really handle 1440p at 60 frames per second. But 30 seems to work fine when I record, at least. So yeah, so take notice if you have a really old graphics card, like 10 years or older, you can't get the 165 Hertz refresh rate. Yeah, otherwise, with the settings I have now, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, the gray colors I can actually see the gray colors a lot more. I have a 24-inch monitor as well. It's about 15 years old, and the contrast on that monitor is really high. And the black is almost too black. Everything gets really dark. So yeah, you can see there are two different colors here. They're all gray. So this side is a little bit lighter. And I can actually see that on this monitor, but on my other monitor, the old one, they are almost the same kind of color, gray color. So they blend together very well. And that's a problem when I played games, because when in dark areas I could barely see anything on the old monitor. I haven't really tried gaming on this yet because, you know, graphics card. I can't really find a good one these days, or because they are sold out. So yeah, I have to wait a little bit, and when I get the new card I will get 165 Hertz. Yeah, but so far I'm pretty happy with it, and I can actually finally watch some 1440p videos on YouTube. I could watch that before as well, but now I can actually get the quality bump as well. And people say that this is a 4K monitor, but it's actually not a 4K monitor. It's a QHD monitor, because 4K is 3840 by 2160 resolution. And this is 2560 by 1440, and that's not 4K. It's a QHD or Quad HD or something like that. So people who say that 1440p is 4K is wrong. So, but otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So kind of initial thing that I have. So catch you later.